Yes guys, and welcome from me, Social Manager 0102. Happy New Year, the first video of 2023. Fingers crossed it's going to be a big year for me in respect of the YouTube channel and trying to really expand it and promote it. Firstly, a big thank you to, there's about 4 or 5 of you guys that gave me some good feedback on the previous videos and asked me about things that I could do to improve it. A couple of ideas as well, suggestions, they'll be coming up in due course. But one of the things that hopefully I've altered now, as you'll probably see, is the camera. Hopefully that works. That's a little bit bigger, a little bit more visible. The mic I can't do much more on, and I'm fucked if I'm paying out for a new mic. You can fuck yourself, Gary, because it was your suggestion. So hopefully, you know, we will see an increased amount on the whole game, on the whole experience. So England. Part 2. Now, a little bit of a spoiler for you there. You can see that that's how the first set of friendlies went. You may recall we beat Spain 2-1. We went on to beat the Czech Republic 3-0. Very convincing. Was very, very pleased with that. And then as you can see, we lost to Italy in... look at that. How fucking... Oh, fucking hell. I ain't gonna lie. I was fucking furious with those wankers. So that's that. So, without giving too many spoilers away, I think we had 1 or 2 friendlies before the World Cup, so I will quickly now show you, that's the squad that made it for the World Cup. So, David Seaman made it as pretty much the #1 goalkeeper. Gary Neville eventually lost his place. Kieran Dyer made the grade, pretty much ahead of Steven Gerrard. It ended up being John Terry and Rio Ferdinand. That being said, Ugo Ehiogu did do very well in the games that he played. Wes Brown, like I say, he had a couple of games and did really well. Ashley Cole was always left back. In the middle, Beckham. Beckham's not the greatest, is he? I'm not even going to click on Beckham because it might give a bit of a spoiler away. Barmby didn't do too bad. Scholes was okay. Michael Owen did all right. But generally speaking, for England, that's where we're at. So we got through the group stages, and I think, you know, when I had this result here, now where was it? That there was just absolutely brilliant. I was so fucking pleased with that. And do you know what, right? I was really, given the fact that I'd lost to Italy in that friendly, but dominated them, and Italy are one of the best teams in this, the fact that I, you know, outplayed Italy, and then that happened, I thought, I'm really confident here. As you can see, I won my opening game against Sweden 2-0. Not the greatest performance, but then the last game was all about, I'd already confirmed it with a game to spare. So to be honest with you, I wanted to win the group, so I did play a strong team, and that was the result. 2-2 with Nigeria, who did qualify with me. That is how the group finished. Argentina were eliminated quite sensationally. And as you can see then, in the in the second round, we had the Battle of Britain, we had Republic of Ireland, which, to be fair, we got fucking lucky. We got lucky in that, stats-wise as well, and we advanced to the to the quarterfinals where we met the Italians again. I'll just let you read that. Yeah, what can I say? Maybe it was a case of quality and came in, but they beat us on golden goal. Yeah, they beat us on golden goal. I was fucking so pissed off. So we made one change after the group stages. I forget who it was we took out, because I hadn't actually agreed to bring Steven Gerrard. Trying to think who it was that I left that got injured. Someone got injured. I forget who it was. Maybe I just took a defender out. I can't remember. I took somebody out anyway, and I brought in Steven Gerrard. Might have even been, I don't know. But nevertheless, you know what? The big thing is here now, right? Is do we go on for the Euros? Now, my gut feeling is yes, we do. Of course we do. I'm guessing we're going to get a friend. Maybe we won't get a friendly actually. Not if we've got a game. We've got a game like at the end of 6 weeks. So I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll have a few continues because you can see the date. The date is the 14th, so there's every chance this is going to be the end, because we could get sacked. We probably will get sacked. So, remember what I said about the flaws, but then this is a Nick's patch of the ODB, so hopefully we won't have to go through that. So, I've literally just got in from work. I've been doing earlies all week. Which is like a 6 a.m. till 2 p.m. and it's just gone 2:30 here. And I'll be honest with you, I'm fucking knackered. I'm not an early person. I'm a real grumpy bastard. And going to work at like fucking 5:15 in the morning is shit, especially here in Peterborough. I don't know whether I don't even recall what the. Let's have a look. See if we can find out. Let's see what the objective. Oh, hang on. Well, he was always going to get sacked, weren't he? I mean, they were a fucking disgrace. Let's have a look at our FA confidence. Satisfied. I mean, satisfied ain't the greatest, is it? Job information. We're not. Oh, hang on. If we turned up on there, I'd be fucking worried. Argentina's available. France is available. Marseille's available. Yeah. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how. I mean, I know Nick's patcher certainly rectifies the getting a job in another country flaw. That was a big problem with the ODB vanilla version. I don't 100% know how much it made the international casualties, the stability of that. I'm not 100% sure. But the bottom line is, and this is the bottom line, I think if this was working off a vanilla version of CM, so no patches or nothing, I would get sacked. Simple as that. So if I don't get sacked, then we know that Nick's patcher is effective. I wonder what my attributes have gone up a little bit, haven't they? Okay, that's a tweak, as you probably know, manager attributes. That's a tweak you can get on Nick's patcher. I'm trying to think now. Then I don't know when the sackings will. I mean, they've kicked off, obviously. Normally they all sort of pile in together. You know, you see France have gone, Argentina have gone. But what we'll do is we'll bring ourselves to the European qualifiers, all being well. Still got about 10-15 minutes before Annie says, time's up, get off the fucking computer, something like that. I don't know. I mean, the bottom line is, maybe it was just about quality, why Italy beat me. And the fact is, they beat me in both games. I was pissed off about the Nigeria game, and I was quite pissed off with the Sweden game, to be honest with you, because I didn't feel that we played like I know we could have, particularly with how we played against Argentina. I was really pleased with that, and how we played in the friendly against Italy. But obviously, there's going to be players now that are not going to make that European squad. Seaman played the whole way through, and he actually signed a new one-year contract at Arsenal. Right, okay. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look at the job information again. We're not on there, are we? Should we go for the Man United job? Now, that's quite interesting, isn't it? They didn't win the title, believe it or not. Arsenal won the title. And I think... Arsene Wenger left Arsenal, and I think he went to I want to say Valencia or someone. Let's have a look where he went to. So I'm always intrigued to see how this always goes. Valencia, it was. So he didn't get sacked. Yeah, he left in December after qualifying for the League Cup semis. I mean, Arsenal. What else did Arsenal win last season other than the league? Did they win any cups? Did they win the UEFA Cup? Let's have a look. No, they didn't, but they did get to the final. FA Cup went out to semi-final. They won the League Cup. I mean, I don't like Martin O'Neill because of his connections with Celtic. That's why I don't like Martin O'Neill. That's my only reason, because Celtic can fuck off. And no, I'm not starting a save as Celtic. So someone also gave me the idea of starting a save as Salford. So might not make it as a long-term one, but I'll definitely kick that off at some point. My shifts for the next few weeks are all late shifts, so that probably means I'll be able to do a lot more videos in the morning when the kids are at school. And I've got that for the rest of the month. So we'll see how that goes. Gary gave me the idea of going through non-league teams and the best teams to be. Now, I can actually hit on that now, because non-league teams, because I'm particularly on the update. It's really a case of I have bank balances available, so you can quickly flick through all the conference or the conference north, whichever division you've got open, or the conference south, and see who's got the most money and who's got the best facilities and that sort of stuff. Okay, we've got some action here. Okay, Graham Ricks, fucking pervert. Right, okay. Satisfied. I'll be honest with you, I'm not convinced about the FA being satisfied. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, right, you know, we lost to Italy, and Italy, you know, I said this in the previous video, Italy are one of the best nations on the ODB. You know, they've got such strong players. That being said, I also feel Argentina have as well, particularly forward line. I think they're very, you know, they've got so much depth of world-class quality. But touch wood, I'm actually quite confident now we're not going to get the sack. Well, watch me fucking shoot myself in the foot there. So we've got a European, a Euros to look forward to. So I think what we're going to do, technically, in my own little fucking mind, I've just signed a 2-year contract. Subsequently, if I wasn't to qualify from the Euros, then I would resign quickly before they sacked me. So I'll go to general. Yeah, because that would happen, wouldn't it? Isn't that funny, actually, right? Because anyone that knows the ODB knows who always gets a Man United job. It's always Martin O'Neill. Of course it is. But obviously that weren't going to happen because he went to Arsenal. So Valencia must have... Let's have a look at how Valencia got on quickly. Let's just see how they finished. So they finished 9th. Do you know what? Ain't it good? I mean, I love it, right, when players think they're bigger than the club, they make a big move, or even managers, and it bites them on the arse. Now, there's several examples on that. What's his name? The Southampton manager. He went from Luton, didn't he? You could argue, well, hang on a minute, it's no different than anybody in life getting a promotion. And yeah, fair enough, but we're not talking someone working like you or me, working in at 40 hours and working your tits off. We're talking people that are comfortably well off anyway. Graham Potter, he's my good example. Fucking prick. The biggest thing about that, I mean, I weren't a massive fan of Tuchel, but he did have a good record. And Graham Potter is a perfect example because I noticed, I mean, you could argue we should have more English players in starting lineups in English teams, but the bottom line is, this is why the Premier League is one of the best in the world, probably because very few English players can make the grade to that level. I looked at Chelsea's lineup yesterday and I actually quite liked it. I quite liked it because there was no Mason Mount, Loftus-Cheek and all the other English, only Sterling, and I like Sterling, I rate Sterling. I don't like Kepa. Kepa can fuck off. Dalglish's got the Liverpool job. Right. Scrap all that shit now then. Here we go then. So, I mean, this is decision time now, really, isn't it? I mean, he's got to go, hasn't he? He has got to go. I'm sorry, but I'll tell you what we'll do. David, we'll add you to our shortlist. I don't believe Nigel Martin. I don't believe we can really keep him as well, but we will add him to the list. In defence there, Wes Brown is definitely going to stay. I mean, you can see already. Jamie Carragher. Now, Carragher, I think I said about he's not actually a great performer domestically, but he didn't actually do too bad for Liverpool. Carragher is definitely going to stay. Gary Neville will stay. Philip Neville, I think he's building, so I'm going to let Philip Neville stay for the time being. Ashley Cole is a given. Sol Campbell didn't really play for me. Well, he hasn't really played for me, period. He's not even played at all. So that, I've got to decide on that. Ugo Ekiog, I mean, let's see, he did have a game for me, he got a 7, and he had a very good season last season, as you can see, 7-6-3, and I have got Scotland opened at my favourite team. Oh, how'd you like that? Gary, you gotta love that. I want to have a quick gander and see who won the Scottish League. How do you fucking like that? More importantly, where the fuck was Celtic and Rangers? That is crazy. It's great to see though. Okay, where was I? Went a little bit off track there. I'm going to keep Rio Ferdinand. I'm going to keep John Terry. Ugo Ekiong, I'm going to keep him for the time being. I think, you know, we can get a good couple of years out of him. So looking at that, I would be inclined to say I'd like a left back. I'd like a left back. Into the middle, Kieran Dyer does struggle with injury, but is a very, very good performer. So I'm going to keep Dyer. I'm probably going to keep Gerrard, and I'll probably keep Nicky Butt. I don't think that DMs are going to get any better than that. 20. Right, he's out for 2 weeks, so 31st he should be back. So he could be back in time for the game. But I think Bowyer actually, yeah, you see 2 international games since the turn of the CM year, 6-0. Beckham, I mean, we're going to have to keep Beckham, I think, at least short term. Barmby, I don't know. Barmby did really well for Liverpool in terms of assists. Barmby is still only 28. Joe Cole is definitely going to stay. Paul Scholes is definitely going to stay. Hard to say what I really, really need there. Lee Hendry's a guy that I think I fucked off. I just remembered. Paul Scholes. Alan Smith I'm going to keep. And I'm certainly going to keep Owen. I may fuck off Robbie Fowler. After seeing that, I am going to fuck off Robbie Fowler. Okay, so now we know roughly what we need. We've got 6 spaces available. We need to get at least 2 goalkeepers, though, don't we? So let's do it like this. Richard Wright. Maybe he could have his breakthrough, Richard Wright. So yeah, we're gonna go with we'll go with Richard Wright. It's going to be hard to say who the next best English goalkeeper is. David James. 32. Chris Kirkland. It's definitely worth keeping an eye on Kirkland. I mean, somebody said, if he can get some games for Liverpool, do you know what? Goalkeeper is going to be my biggest issue, I feel. Look at Stuart Taylor quickly. Let's just add Stuart Taylor to my shortlist. Yeah, he had a loan spell last season. Okay, we'll add David James just in case. I think we should keep an eye on him. Okay, look at those first. I'll look at it thinking, actually, he's not too bad, is he, Andy Marshall? But I looked at his 2 games, and I'm not fucking taking him whilst he's on loan at the second division. You can fuck right off. Right, so that's my goalkeepers done. So what do we say we need in defence? Well, let's just have a look at what's around. Titus Bramble, an option. Darren Purse. I don't like players that are defender/forward. Gareth Southgate. Well, we got rid of him, didn't we? So ideally, what did I say I wanted? I wanted somebody. Defence/left back, ideally. I think we got rid of Lissow, didn't we? Jonathan Woodgate, I don't know. John Curtis. Why is he not on my shortlist? Michael Borley is on my shortlist already. Dean Richards, I don't know about that. Alan Rogers. Jamie Clapham. Man, there's no one really, that's jumping out the page, are they? I'm just going to put Jon Harley on my shortlist. Ben Thatcher. I always say Ben Thatcher looks. You can always get him like quite cheap, even as second or maybe even third tier. I'm not sure he's quality for England though. Ronnie Wallwork's built up a look at that. Fucking hell, Ronnie. Okay, Ronnie. Well, we're definitely going to add him to the shortlist. Clint Hill, Leicester. Okay. Yeah, it's got to be Clint, isn't it? I mean, I know he's not naturally a fullback, but we will have Clint Hill. And what we'll also do is just add him to our shortlist at the same time. We need to look at some attacking midfield now, don't we? And see what's about. So Lampard. Don't know. Matt Jansen, I think we withdrew Matt Jansen as well. Owen Hargreaves, you're just going to have to wait. We're very fortunate in terms of attacking midfield. Defensive midfield. Attacking midfield, David Dunn, that was the guy, I think. Did we give him a game last season? Yeah, we gave him a sub. He got me a 7. I think David Dunn will return. Ray Parlour. I kept the look on him. I mean, Ray Parlour's done well. I think I gave him a game. Yeah, I did. He got me a 6. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe I've got to give him another. Got to give him another bash, really, haven't I? One more player then. So we've added another central midfielder. We've added another attacking midfielder. We've got Scholes. We really need another forward. Just keeping an eye on this guy, Lua. Franny Jeffers. We'll keep. Is he not on my shortlist? We should keep an eye on. Leon Knight can turn into a good player. Is that Andy Johnson? There's nothing really in reserves. Carragher, is he on my shortlist? He should be. Yeah, he is. Okay, I'm a little bit. I mean, Lee Hendry's still there, but I mean, Lee Hendry had a good season at Bradford. Okay, so we're still looking for a forward then. Jonathan Greening. That's a tricky one, isn't it? Tom Youngs, I don't even know who you are. Attacking midfield, forward, it's difficult. Darren Anderton, we gave him a shot, but now I've decided he can fuck himself. Realistically, we need. I'd like to try and get something like an attacking midfield forward. I think that's what we really need. Darren Eadie, he was injured, if you remember, for like 11 months, wasn't he? Oh, God, damn. Jimmy Davis, that's a late Jimmy Davis, isn't it? No one, we're not going to find anything, are we? Matt Jansen, maybe back to Jansen. I mean, Jansen probably deserves it, so let's move him to the England squad then, Jansen. Okay, so it looks like then we are all set. Well, I actually think, if I'm truly honest with you, we still need another forward. Attack midfield forward, but I haven't got the space, so I'm actually considering fucking somebody off. I'm not sure who. It's going to have to be a defender, I think. Ekiog Terry, Campbell Ferdinand, Hill. I'm actually considering getting rid of. Yeah, do you know what? Who am I? Sol Campbell. I'm sorry. You can go to my shortlist, and now I want to try and find myself an attack midfielder / forward. That's what we want. I mean, Jonathan Greening, what did he do last season? Oh, fuck off. Look, what did he do last season? Fuck all he did last season. But, his positional-wise, James Scowcroft. Let's see how he did last season. No, he didn't. That being said, I mean, I'm guessing he was playing 14 goals for Leicester. You never know. We just said about Darren Eadie. Michael Ricketts. Nah. Although Ricketts has actually started well, but he is second tier, which I'm a little bit. There you go. I'm having this. I don't care if he's first division, but he's got a release clause. Yep. Tommy Smith. Now, Tommy Smith is one of my go-to players on a normal standard game, and we need to add him to our shortlist as well, don't we? Of course we do. Cherno Samba. In fact, he hasn't got a second nationalist, right? Okay. So that is that. Then we are sorted. I am very concerned about my goalkeeping side of things. Do you know what? Should we have the first game of the Euros, European qualifiers? Let's see who we've got in our group. Then we've got Latvia, Romania, Bosnia, and Austria. And one thing I was going to do very quickly was just to tell you who won the World Cup, and it was Italy. So it was Italy, and they beat Germany in the final. So, as I was saying about losing to Italy, we lost to the overall champions. Antonio Casaro, fucking hell. Okay, so let's have our first game then. It's going to be very difficult to choose a goalkeeper here. I'm going to give the nod to Ian Walker. I think, goalkeeping is a real worry for me. I want to play my strongest team, or what I feel is my strongest team. Ashley Cole at left back. Well, you need to step it up a little bit, Ashley Cole. No doubt about that. I'm going to give the nod to Wes Brown. Gary Neville will be on the bench, and Clint Hill will be on the bench as well. They'll cover left and right back. and I'm going to go with Ferdinand and Terry. Okay, DMC, I'm going to go with Dyer. Dyer will take it. In fact, actually, I'm just going to make a slight change. Ekiog's going to be my first sub. Ekiog and Jamie Carragher, because Jamie Carragher can cover across the fullbacks and DMC. And then I'll put another sub as a central midfielder, which I'm going to give... fuck's sake, I can just... Let me fucking hell. I thought we were at the game. Fucking idiot, aren't I? I thought I was at the game. So, you wait, I'm going to get a fucking injury before the game starts. We've got a game, in 2 weeks' time, haven't we? Bowyer is going to be a battle to be fit. Now, you could to an extent think, why take the risk? Why not just call somebody up? And there is a few options in central midfield. I mean, Lee Hendry and Frank Lampard, they are two main players, and particularly Lampard, who's quite young. Having played these first season, it gives me me personally, because I don't often do internationals, particularly just internationals. It gives you more of a different way of thinking. So, for example, players' performance. You know, and I know I said this in the previous video, and I know somebody else answered how they do it. I know they said, I said about, I'm intrigued to know your views, and someone says he guts the whole squad, which is always, I'm intrigued about things like that. You could argue I need to give these players a chance. People like David Dunn, Tommy Smith, Ray Parlour, particularly what I'm thinking, Ray Parlour and Ugo Ekiog. Because Ugo Ekiog, I think central defence is difficult to get consistency. And although whilst Rio Ferdinand and John Terry did do very well for me as a partnership, they are both very, very young. And I think recently you should have a youngster and a more seasoned person. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out my fucking ring piece. I really don't know. Let me just see what that message was, because it was probably headquarters from upstairs. Right, okay, so we've almost got our game, haven't we? We've got our game. Right, the 27th of August. Fucking hell, of course it is. So, if Bowyer's available, I might not even play Bowyer, because what I might do is I might chuck Beckham in the middle. I even considered not even using this tactic. That boom, I thought I might go to the other slight narrow setup, which would involve more attacking midfielders. But it would involve me using two central midfielders. So, interesting. Okay, are we there? We are there, and Bowyer hasn't made it one day. Can you fucking believe that? What an absolute prick. Okay, so fuck you then, Beckham. So. But the bottom line is, right, we were dominating our game, so no, fuck it. If it's not broke, then don't try and fix it. So Beckham in the middle. On the left, I'm going to go with Joe Cole. On the right, it's either going to be Barmby or Dunn. I could even move Scholes there. I don't want to move Scholes there, although Scholes has had a bit of a bad start, hasn't he? Didn't have the greatest season, so he better sort it out. I think Barmby probably deserves it, to be fair. Scholes will go there, and then I'm going to certainly go with Michael Owen there. So let's now take a look at who I'm going to put as the bench boys. So Parlour, Dunn, Tommy Smith and Alan Smith. Okay, captain Rio Ferdinand. Let's go for it, guys. In fact, hang on, before I go any further. Right, yeah, so we haven't got any, right. Here we go then, Romania. Mutu, remember Mutu? Drugs cheap. Moldovan, remember him? Coventry City. What a player. Chivu, great player. Who else do I recognise? Yep. The fucking hell. Dan Petrescu. I always remember three Romanians. Do you remember Dan Petrescu? Who were the other two? Ilie Dumitrescu and Georgi Popescu, who both went to Spurs. I always remember all those three players. That sort of, it was like a Romanian invasion almost, a bit like it is in Peterborough now. Okay, that is a fucking awful first half of football. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. I really don't. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Michael Owen, you can fuck off. Alan Smith can come on. Nicky Barmby. Do you know what? Joe Cole can come off. I know exactly what I'm going to do here. You're looking at me thinking, what am I doing? I'll show you what I'm going to do. Right, that is where we are at. Okay. Big risk taker maybe. Here we go. And we are there. Alan Smith, how'd you like that? 5 minutes. Just as I went to look at it behind me, right, I saw in a corner I'd scored. So you didn't get the same reaction that I'd normally get or give. Okay, still not a convincing performance. At Scholes, you can come off. And David Dunn will come on. I mean, look at that, for fuck's sake. First thing I did, when I looked at those stats, first thing I did is I looked at Ian Walker's rating. And I'm not confident here. Right, okay, job done. Ian Walker, the man of the match. Fucking hell. John Terry, piss poor. Ashley Cole, piss poor. Beckham, piss poor. Owen, piss poor. Alan Smith, well done. Latvia, New Australia. Okay. We are off and running, and it looks like, then guys, it certainly looks like we're going to be on for the Euros. It looks like we are going to do a save, continue to save going. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Any feedback is more than welcomed. So until next time from me, guys, take it easy.